and welcome to episode 54 of the Apocalyptic Knitter podcast. I'm Naomi and I'm coming to you from Leeds in West Yorkshire, where I live with my husband Craig, my teenage son Brandon and our cat Lego, who is asleep on the couch by the window. Today is Saturday the 25th of July, in day 3002 of the heatwave. It has been a little bit more cooler and breezy the last couple of days, which has been nice, but I think it's going to get a bit hotter again. But yes, I'm enjoying it, well, trying to. So I'm going to do the what am I wearing first before I overheat, and you will see I'm finished. So this is my Elton sweater, or Elton pullover by Hohi Locatelli. And I absolutely love the fit. Oh, tripping over the rug. Well done. So yeah, really pleased with this finish. Absolutely love it. I take my glasses off because the neckline is a little bit snug, so when I take it off I tend to bring the glasses off with me, or I get stuck and nobody wants to see that. Put the glasses back on so I can see you all. So yes, I'm trying to remember what size I did. I can't remember. I'll have to put a little thingy down here. And so for the main colour I used Zalba Vise, which is some yarn that I got in Berlin. So I used just the two skeins. I think I've got like 5 grams left on that. That was 4-ply magenta, and then the floof was pardon me, sorry, from is it the dye shed? The dye shed or the knitting shed? The dye shed. I will put it there. Sorry, brain's not braining, and I didn't have a chance to prepare some notes. But there we go. I'm sure you're all used to me by now. So yeah, I used 2 of those. I didn't quite use the second one. I think I've got it here actually. So these were my leftovers. So I think that's about 1/3 of the skein. It was some Surrey alpaca silk, very nice. And then this is what I had left, some bits in, sorry. So yeah, about 5 to 10 grams left on that one. So yeah, it was a really good knit. I really like the short rows, and it gives you that kind of shoulder stripe. I really like that. Yeah, it was a really good knit. It was quite an interesting construction to start off. I think the body was a bit of a marathon, but such is life. It's my own fault for doing 4-ply sweaters. But yeah, really happy with the length on it and the fit of it. It's just not quite for this weather just yet, but it will soon be here, no doubt. So yeah, really pleased to have got that one finished and off the needles and everything. The only modification that I did was the neckband. So it was just meant to be like 6 or 8 rows and then cast off, and I kind of did double and then folded it over just to give it a bit more structure. And I think that's how I quite like doing them these days, because I think your cast off has just got to be so neat around that edge, and I just sometimes, no matter how you try, it just doesn't quite be as neat as you want. But I feel like when I do that fold over, it's just nice. So I'm probably going to be doing that from now on in all my sweaters, really. Oh, so that's that one out the way. I will do the socials, so I'll stick them here. You can find me on Instagram as Naomi Knits, or on Ravelry as Big Bird, and here on YouTube as Apocalyptic Knitter. And I just want to say a huge wow and thank you to all my subscribers and some new subscribers. I'm now almost at the 300 mark, and you know what that means. Giveaway will be coming up. So thank you, honestly. Of all the podcasts that are out there, I know mine's not the most put together, but you know, I try to entertain you with all my knitting stories. So no, thank you so much. So anyway, before I get all shy, I do have another finished object, and it also comes with an acquisition. No doubt you might have seen them. I got this gorgeous bag from Josie Rose. She had 50% off, so it was rude not to, really. And I needed a large bag for like blankets and just the bigger projects, really. So I saw that and I thought, yes please. So I have finished, well, I say finished, I've not weaved in the ends, that's today's job. But look at this. I have finished the star blanket. Wow! Isn't it absolutely fab? Yeah, I'm gonna have fun weaving all those in. And honestly, I can't recommend this pattern enough. It's the knitted stargam. I can't remember the name of the designer. I will put it in the thing here. And yeah, I just absolutely, I've knit it. I went through, I think I've made about 7 of these. And you can just use whatever colours that you want, and it just looks, so I had loads of this white acrylic. I did, that's Stylecraft UK in aqua. And this blue stuff was, I got it at the Leeds Wool Show. They had like a little bit of a, not a sale, but like a table where they were raising money for, I think they said it was for the Bradford Guild. I'm just kind of selling like donated packs of wool and stuff like that. And this was, I thought it was a bit darker blue, but the good thing is you can just stripe it in and put the white in between, and it just, you know, makes it all good. And then that middle one, the middle square, it's a bit brighter in real life. It's more of a, almost like a tealy blue, like a bluey teal. And I just, because I didn't have as much of that, I thought I'll make that the central star. And that was actually it was actually a 4-ply. I didn't realise till I got home. But I think it was like Sirdar crepe or Sirdar wash and wear. But I had like kind of a slight crepey texture to it. And the pattern doesn't call for this. The pattern just says to just cast off. But I just finished it with an I-cord bind off, because I just think it just gives a really lovely defined edge, and it just finishes that off just really lovely. And yeah, I'm really pleased with the size. at the end it was 680 stitches. Yep. But it's one of those, when you're casting it off and you start to see all the points coming out, it's just really nice. So yes, I'm gonna weave the ends in on this afternoon and get it blocked out in the sunshine, because I think it'll dry in like a minute. So those are my finished objects, which is I'm really happy with, because there are two big items. So now let us go to whips, and I'm going to try this one on as well to show you, because this is next on the hit list. I'm actually off work. I've been off for 1 week, and the first week was just catching up around the house, catching up with sleep and just unwinding. So now I've got another week, and yeah, we're not going away this summer holidays. Just having a few days out and just enjoying the weather, enjoying the garden. Yeah. So is that the age where I wanted to go out and spend time, but it's like, I'm 15, leave me alone. But no, we had a couple of days out. What did we do? We went to York for the day and had a mooch about the shops, because he really enjoys the all the different Marvel comic books that they have, and then we went to see some family for the day so we could catch up with his cousins, and we're going to see the Odyssey film at the IMAX in Bradford next week, so that'll be good. So anyway, I digress. Oh my god, this is just so beautiful. This is the Amedeo summer sweater by Johanna. I think I'm going to put the name down at the bottom. And if you follow Rachel of This Nitty Life, you'll be following that the pattern instructions were challenging, to say the least. Let me show you where I'm up to with it first. Oh my god, I love it. So it is quite snug body fit, but that's because I am choosing better lifestyle choices and aiming to lose a little bit of weight, which I'll come back to later on. Never works, but hey. Look at those sleeves. Really happy with the sleeve length and fit. They've got like a lovely almost like kind of a balloon sleeve, and then it narrows, some rapid decreases for the cuff, and where am I up to? I'm up to there on the second sleeve. I think that I'm gonna need a little bit more length on the body. I think when I cast it off, so you can see it's just a little bit, I kind of want it just a couple more inches. And I think when I was working on the body, you're just knitting round, and I just felt a bit bored, a bit over it. So I thought, oh, that's enough, that'll do. And also I wasn't sure about how much yarn I would need for the sleeves. So I've not long gone into the 4th skein, and I've got 5. So I think this will probably go for the remaining of the sleeve and the neckband, and I'll still have some. So I've still got plenty left. So yeah, I think once I've done that, I'm gonna pick up the stitches on the body, tink back the rib, and just add on an extra couple of inches onto the length. But I am going to block it first before I do that, because you never know. So yes, I've still got another full skein in my little caddy there. Yeah. Sorry, I've just got the camera positioned. Alright, I didn't want to drop you. So yes, I can feel the heat rising. Let's take it off quick. The modifications that I've done is mainly the sleeve length to fit, because I've got really long arms, and what the pattern does, the pattern kind of on the sleeves, let me get it, get the lighting. So see these V's here, you got 1, 2, 3, that kind of that's what they class as like the repeat, like these little, what I call little arrowheads. And the pattern said to do approximately like 13. I needed 19. I also ended up increasing a few more stitches when I was picking up for the sleeves. I think it was something like, I don't know, 78 or something, and I ended up with 96. But I mean, to be honest with you, I think proportionally as well, I'm taller, and I think something that might look baggy on somebody else might not look as baggy on me, might be more fitted. So I went with it, and I think it's absolutely perfect. So yeah, so I've just got the neckband to do, and same again, I'm going to do that double and then fold over and just give it like a really good finish. But yeah, every time I work with the yarn, it's just absolutely beautiful. It's Shelob's Lair. I mean, look at that. Just see the different depths, and this is by the Wool Chemist. I've also had my nails done. You can't beat hot pink with navy blue. And yes, I did get I was thinking, what am I working on with my knitting that my nails will look really nice against it? Because it's that brings me joy. And let's face it, majority of the times I get my nails done, it's always hot pink. Because it's cheery and it's nice, and why not? So that isn't really living in a official project bag. This is just like an Amazon gift bag thing that I had lying around, and I thought that'll do. So that is that one. Tell me when now. 18 minutes, it's not so bad. Next, living in my panda bag. I've not touched this for a while, and this is on my list of things to do this week, is to fix it. I've not got very far. These are my Vorticity socks. You see the pattern there? What if I put my hand through there? Can you see it a bit better there? And I've gone a little bit wrong, like not majorly wrong, but I didn't quite have the same, like I'm out by a stitch or something. And I tinked back a couple of rows to where I thought it was, and then it still wasn't right. So I just need that. It's definitely not TV knitting for me, I know that now. But I want to get the book, I want to get the pattern out. Oh God, come back. I want to get the pattern back and just kind of go row by row, see where I'm up to, and tink back. And then try again. And it'll be fine once I get on. This is the yarn I'm using. Really nice. This is from Rosie's Moments, and it's a giftable, so I can see the little treats peeking out. But yeah, not my usual colourway, that one, but I really liked it. All the kind of like the earthy greens in with the dark purple. I thought that was really nice. So I'm going to pick that back up this week, and I think once it's to the place where I know that everything's fine on it. So we've done that one. I've also been working on, I'll come back to that later actually. This is a new cast on, a new project. I don't know if you say cast on if it's crochet. If there's something else, please let me know. A new hook on, a new, look at this, so fluffy. This is, if you haven't guessed already, by the lovely Knotted by Nish, the Brush Merino. Oh my god, it's just like light as air. The first foundation row that I did, oh my god, that was a test of my patience, I can tell you that. But once I'd got through it, the pattern is the Vivitha, and it was, if you saw my previous episodes, the one where I'm stood doing a pose, it was the one of the sample knits that I tried on, because I was all like, oh well, you know, because I'm over 6 foot, because she was saying, oh yeah, you know, one ball you can make a sweater with, and I was a bit like skeptical that I could, and she said, I'll try this on, and I tried it on, and it did fit me. So I was all like, that's why I was chuffed in that picture. So yeah, this is what I'm making it on, and the construction is where, so that's like the length, and then you crochet to the side and do 2 of those pieces. So I think what I'm going to do it as the length that I want, and then when it comes to the sleeves, if I run out, I also have that one there, which kind of complements it. So I might just kind of do like a little block cuffs or something on the edges. But I'm going to see how this goes. I'm doing an experiment for you all and see if it is indeed a one skein project. So this is worked on an 8mm hook. Oh, and it is just lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I got quite a lot on the needles and everything for me, more so than I would normally do. And I'm going to cast on a few extra things this weekend, or this week, purely because with me being off, having that brain space, I like to just get all the working out stuff all done and established, and then when I'm back to the grind, I don't have to think too much anyway. So that's that one. Another knitting one. I have been chipping away on the Musselburgh, but I needed the needles, so I just put them on the cable. So I think I've done these, I finally got the gauge and everything on 3mm needles. And I needed 3mm needles for something else, which I will tell you now. I will, this weekend, be casting on at that. These beauties, these are going to be some socks. It's using some yarn that I had from a Happy Crow, and I mean, it don't matter to me, kind of thing, I'll work with it, but I bought this and it had like the band saying that it was sock yarn, but it can't be. I think it's just like a little error, but I think that's either Sport or DK. Because I tried it thinking, because sometimes you get like heavy sock weights, don't you? And I tried doing it in like 2.5mm needles and it was far too stiff, so I think I might try it in the 3mm needles. I don't know if I've already tried that then, but I think I might. So yeah, I'm gonna just do like little bits of swatch and try it, but it might be 3.5mm needles, so they're gonna get cast on. Ooh, what is it with me? I've got proper dropsy today. I'm gonna have to wind it all up now because you know, and it's knotted. Oh, lovely. It'll be fine. Stick that in there. So I've got that to cast on. Another new project, another new cast on. This is going to be a long-termer. This is going to be like in the Gansey category, where it's not a Gansey, but kind of. I've started, this is going to be a cardigan for my father-in-law, and yes, I know I do lots of knitting for other people. I can't help myself. It is just my love language, and he does an awful lot for us, kind of thing. So, and he appreciates it. So yeah, this is going to be a lovely cardigan, and it's called Sulo. Now it is on Ravelry, as it's a paid for pattern, but it's part of a magazine. So I had to pay more than I would normally do. I can't remember if it was like over £10 or whatever, but then you get all the patterns from that magazine. So yeah, I've just printed out those pages, and because what started it off with is a while ago, I'd say 3 years ago maybe, I bought 3 500-gram hanks of some Propaganda frangipani, like the 5-ply natural wool, which is here, with the intention of making a Gansey or making 2, but that never happened. I think for me, I'm not a fan of natural colour. I have to have colour, and then I was thinking, well, I could knit it and then I could dye it, and then it just wasn't getting used, so I've cast it on. Now I know you're thinking that's quite wide, but it's a cardigan and you knit it in all in one piece, bottom up to the sleeves. So yeah, and I'm actually holding this double, and that's what got my gauge for the DK pattern. And to be honest with you, it's really nice. Really nice fabric. So just the right. I thought if I just did it if I did it on smaller needles with one thread, I don't think it would look right for the pattern. So I've now done it as a DK, and yeah. So as you can see, I've only done a few rows on this, but I think the rib is I think it's 4mm, and then the body is on 4.5. So I think it shouldn't be too gunsy time-wise. So it'd be good for me to kind of get past the rib and onto the pattern next week. I think I'm molting, you know, I just seem to find my hair everywhere in projects. So yes, and I have been good, and I've put the 4.5mm needles in the bag. So I think the only thing I can't work out now is how much of it I'm going to use if I'm holding it double. But I'm hoping 1500 grams should be enough, right? So that is in another cat bag from Pickle Lily. So there's that. Just gonna get a slurp of coffee, which is all the way over here. Oh, dear me. I feel I'm a little bit all over the place today with my recording. But hey ho. I've also got some knitted socks on the go, just some plain vanilla ones that they were going to be for somebody, but then they weren't, and now I didn't, because I'd already started them, I didn't just want to abandon them, so I might make them for me. I don't know. But I'll show you that next time. I tell you what I have been working on a lot this week is the my Battenberg blanket. So yeah, I'm working through this is done on my yarning advent from last year. So I'll have to show you everything in order. I have to keep them. So those were all the ones that started from beige to goldy beige to gold to brown. So I have to keep them stacked in the right order, and then they all went to darker browns, chocolatey brown. I mean, at this point I was like the first 10 days were like brown, beige, a bit darker. And then it started to change to, oh my gosh, I'm dropping them, to like a charcoaly grey. Put that little stack back. So this is DK Merino, and I really love the art. It's such gorgeous yarn to work with. And then I've done, see those, I couldn't tell the difference between them. Very similar, but I'm doing it in the right order. And then that is the last of the grey. And then it goes, oh God, I'm dropping it again, seriously? And then we get to these gorgeous purples and like rose pinks, and then back to some cream. I'm very excited, and yeah, what I like about it is one square I timed myself, and it takes between 13 and 15 minutes depending on how much I actually focus. So you think to yourself, oh, I can use up this, you know, I think it's about 5 or just under 5 squares per 20 gram mini. So thinking, oh, I can almost do one in an hour. So that's where I am with those. For the contrast, I'm using Yarn Smith's Merino DK in, I want to say the colourway is all linen. Let's have a look. Or was it parchment? Shade 3061 on there. And what I didn't want to do is get carried away, do all the colours, and then be left doing them like 100 beige squares. So every so often, so in here in my little bag, I started doing loads that I've got. I think there's about 20 in there. I think I worked out it was the equivalent to like 4.5 minis I counted this morning. So I'm gonna wind up the rest of those minis this afternoon, and then that's the prep work for that. So I think once they're all wound, then they're all ready to go, aren't they? Yes, so that is exciting, and I think that might be everything that I've got on my needles. What cast-ons have I got coming up? Oh, I've got a few items. Same again, other people. I know. But look, I did make something for myself. Look, it's my lovely cousin's Ian's 60th birthday. Well, it was last month. And I said in the card, I said, oh, let me know what your favourite colours are and I'll make you some socks. And he's chosen, he's a Celtic fan. So I had a look, I didn't know what the colours were. I had a feeling they were green. So I've got a screenshot of what the right shade of green is. Yeah, everything I've got moustache, don't have that colour. So I'm gonna nip to my local yarn store, which is Hoop in Farsley, because they sell that Lang's jar wool, where it has like the 50 grams and then you have the little reinforcement thread in the middle, and they do have a good selection of greens. So I think I'm gonna be able to find the right green, and of course they should have white as well. So I'm going to pick that up. And then, honestly, it's the year, I've told you before, it's the year of the big birthdays for everybody. And then it's my sister-in-law's 50th next week. Hi, Kirsty. So I've said that I would make her, for her present, like a cardigan, she's been eyeing up these like big, bulky, chunky and I thought, oh, if it's bulky then that'll be quite quick to work up. So I've given her a few screenshots of patterns on Ravelry, and I'm just waiting for her to kind of choose which one she likes. Then I'll get something ordered off Wool Warehouse and get that started. So watch this space. I think that is everything that I've got on my needles. So I'm writing, because this is how I am, I'm writing a little bit of a knitting diary. So each day I've kind of done a little bit of a summary of what, if I've just done like an inch or two on me Amedeo sleeve, or if I've done 4 squares, because I think for me to kind of just feel like I've done stuff, because I struggle without a routine, but then I need, when I get a bit burnt out, I need the downtime kind of thing. And for me to get my downtime is obviously knitting. I'm not good at just sitting doing nothing. But then I have this like weird mental block where my brain tells me, surely you can do something else, you shouldn't be knitting, you shouldn't be doing this, you should be doing that. So I'm working on myself to say, no, this is fine. because other members of the family are enjoying their downtime too, and you've done plenty around the house and all this kind of... Anyway, so yeah, I've got lots of... I really would love to finish the Amedeo sweater by the end of this week, and I think it's achievable. I don't think I've got too long to go, really. So yes, watch this space. I will try and do some little holiday vlogs this week. I tried doing them last week, but I kept forgetting to record, and so it was just so like, oh yeah, I've done some hunting, and I just felt they were a bit meh. So I'll see. If not, I'll try and do another podcast before I go back to work at next weekend, so we can see how much progress has been made. Anyway, waffle. I am gonna watch, I think there's been a new, I've been recommended a new knitting podcast called The Knitting Bird. So I'm gonna catch up with those. Oh, there's two. So there's a Knitting Bird. She's doing a giveaway because she's just reached 100 subscribers. So that's exciting. I'm gonna go and watch that. And another new to me one is the lovely Philippa from A Knitter and Her Dog. She's got a gorgeous dog, it's so cute. So yes, I'm gonna catch up with those episodes as well. So yes, I hope you have a great weekend and find some time for you, and yeah, enjoy the glorious summer that we're having, and hydrate. Right, I will see you guys soon, and thanks so much for watching. And oh, what can you leave as an emoji? I can't even think what because I'm looking at her. If you can leave me an emoji of a black cat, I'll see if I can show you. That's our usual space. Lego. Nope. Sleeping. Right, and have a great weekend. Bye for now.